is up, guys? It is Nerd Flannels, and I am showing you one of my personal builds, El Castillo. This is an insane city I've been building on for like a good month now. I haven't put too much detail into it, but I have really enjoyed. This is El Castillo. Not too many issues are going on right now. I am using developer mode. My FPS isn't that great because I am recording. I usually get I get like 5 more than this. I know I'm playing with 20 FPS, bummer, but I kind of have no choice with a city this size. But this is probably one of my most largest cities to date. It kind of reminds me of like some jungle, like Brazilian city, and I kind of messed up and put too many trees, so it looks kind of like a jungle. But this is my largest city. I built 350,000 population and growing, so it's really exciting to see what's going to happen. Right now, I really want to fix the ports. I feel like my ports are a little bit bad. If you want to see what they look like, it looks just something like this. Pretty basic. A lot more. I can do a lot more in transit in this fucking city. I want you guys to take a look at this. Look at that shit. I don't even know how many transit lines there are. I'm gonna show you at night so you can really get a good look of this. Oh my god. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Amazing. And we have some bus lines. We have every form of transit, as you can see. And this is just massive. And I still have more to go because I want to connect Venderstone, South Hill, Esteria, and some of South Herman. I still got Ocean Bay to connect. So we still got some work to do, but just in like the center cities, it is a massive transit. Look at this. We even have like a line that takes you from whoa, traffic is crazy. Traffic is insane. There's even a transit line that takes you all the way through here. Wait, is it going above or is it going through? Oh my god. I didn't even realize no reason traffic is backed up. I didn't realize the fucking off ramp was going through my train stops. But yeah, I even have like a commuter train that takes you from basically this way all the way out there. So it takes you from every side of the city. Oh well, it takes you through 3 cities because St. Herman is its own city, and then we have El Castillo, or Edinburgh. Takes you through Edinburgh all the way down to the factories. This city is so goddamn just it is so good looking. And right now we really need to build a better port. The population is 350,000. Let me see how many lines of transit we have. We have a lot. We have 21 lines of transit. We don't have much cargo coming through though. We really need to level that up. But this is insanity. So first, since we're gonna be starting on, this new city, I'm not gonna be building this from beginning to end. This is a city I've already built. I don't know if you guys like that better. I like that better because I think it looks nice that way. Just look at that view right there. Wow. Yeah, I'm tooting my own horn a little too much. But I'm going to give you a tour of some of the districts in the city. We have a lot of them. We have like a good, I don't know, 20 districts almost. So I'm going to start with Lake Castillo. Lake Castillo is just a city name in lake because there's a big old lake nearby, or just any body of water. We have Normandale. Now, the reason I named it Normandale because this is just a normal part of the city. It was in the beginning times of when I first built it a suburb, which is why it's called normal. It was just a normal suburb, but since it densified itself, the city has this part of the city has grew and became a lot more higher density. And as you can see, there's still some of the remaining houses left over from when Normandale was truly Norman or normal. And through here we have a lot of connections to the university, which is next, University of San Castillo. University of San Castillo is the university district, or just university. It kind of goes through a little bit of Normandale and Los Cincista. I don't know how to say that. Los Cincesta. And it's next to Victoria Square. And a little bit of North Pacifico. I have a mixture of Spanish and English names. Maybe even some Dutch, I don't know. Because of the proximity and it is to the border. This is a border American city. So if you guys ever have seen an American city that is close to the border, like let's say LA or a city like that, you notice it's a lot of Spanish names. It's a lot of Latin names. So that's where I'm kind of getting inspiration from. Even a little bit of LA, you could see kind of how you have like Santa Monica and then you have the downtown LA. Kind of getting inspiration of like a California, maybe even a mixture of like an Arizona city, but of course way denser, way more compact. So let's go to the next district, and that's North Pacifico. North Pacifico is one of my favorite districts because it's just north of Pacifico, not too far north though, where you can get between Pacifico and downtown. It's a pretty easy drive, or if you're taking transit, you can take transit right here, right to here, or you can take it here, right to here. So it's one of my favorite parts. And also, it's one of my favorite parts of the city because it offers every form of housing. So if you want single family housing, we have some of that. If you want to live in a row house or a townhouse, we have some of that. If you want to live in like a medium density city, a medium dense building where, just a typical apartment building, we have some of that. And we also have some higher density buildings for you to also live in. So it gives you every form of housing, which is pretty cool and not really that common. And it's a true version of, it's a true showing of high density, medium low, and then just low density. And I really think that's pretty cool. East to the city is North Ethford. Ethford is a port city south of the city. It's going south. Ethford and North and Port, I'm just going to put them together. Port Ethford and North Ethford are two important cities because that's one of my first parts of the city, because when I first started, I built right here, and I built some right here, and I built some right here. So Port Ethford was here before downtown Pacifico and all of that type of stuff. So it was this, and that is where I first started. I kind of went down the line because I wanted to kind of connect it to the water. It's one of my most oldest districts, As you can see, it's still a lot of single family housing in this district, which is, I like it honestly. And I was gonna make it I was gonna put a lot of more. I was gonna put, what do you call it? I was gonna put row housing, but I was like, it looks kind of ugly if I did that, and kind of repetitive, to be honest. So I just left it as, you know, low dense single family homes. And I just like how, you know, small. It's like, this is what I would want downtown to be if I wasn't so crazy and tried to make it dense. I kind of like this style. You know, small, tiny. You know, it kind of reminds me of Portland a little bit. You know, just, you know, chill. So that's Port Effort and North Effort. The transit lines that go through here are, let's take a look. So we have the dark blue line, the blue line, the pink line. Actually, the blue line takes a whole entire loop, so it goes through North Effort all the way above, back into just Port Effort. That's pretty cool. So you can, honestly, if you miss your train right here, you can run all the way over here and take the train back to where you need to go. That's pretty stupid. I don't know. And also, some of the red line is connected to Port Effort, but not really that much. And right above it is Victoria Technical University. It's one of our largest universities in the city. It's only really two, so I guess it's the second largest. It's one of my least favorite districts in the city because I don't really know what I want to do with it yet. I kind of want to destroy it because I feel like it's just ugly a little bit. I was going to wait until they added some more assets because I want to have a more traditional university right here. But I mean, I guess it works for the time being. But I think it is a little bit of an eyesore, you know? And, you know, east of that is Esteria. And I've been waiting to get to Esteria. It is actually poor now. It was wretched, as some call it. I don't know if poor is better than wretched, but it was wretched. It's one of our poorest districts in the city, and also one of our newest because I built this right when I was building St. Herman, because when I was connecting it down here, when I was connecting some of South Hill, I wanted to just hurry up and build all of this. So I wanted to build like a little neighborhood, a suburban neighborhood to connect Esteria to South Hill in St. Herman. But it seems like that was a mistake because this is one of our worst districts in the entire city. And I kind of wish I would have built it, but I'm going to just leave it here as a, you know, a testament of how true our city is, how disgusting our city can get. Because if this is the worst district in our city, I mean, we're doing better than a lot of other cities. Because it has a tram line. I think actually transit is pretty good in this area. We also have high rent cost. It being the poorest neighborhood, also having high rent costs is pretty funny. But I'm guessing that's because it's a bunch of single family houses. I think the whole entire district, is single family housing. It's just short of getting some rural housing right here, but I don't think it connects. Nope, it doesn't. So just all single family. And east of that is Venderstone. Venderstone is a very important district. It was the last district I have built so far. It was brand new. I built it last night. Venderstone was supposed to be a connection between, well, it is a connection between Ciudad. It's supposed to be a connection between Ciudad del Sur, Victoria Hill, and South Hill. So it's supposed to be a way to get from here to here without having to cross. So it's one of my favorite districts so far. I know I say everything is my favorite, but this one is truly my favorite because it kind of just gives you that vibe. Like, it really reminds me of a San Francisco suburb where, you know, you have high density and you have medium density, and you just go straight to low density out of nowhere. It is a very wealthy district, and you know what? It has a lot of single family housing, just like Esteria does. But for some reason, this one worked out more. I'm guessing it's because it's closer to the downtown area, but I think it's one of my favorite districts because the connections. You can easily get to St. Herman. All you have to do is just drive a little bit over here to one of these roads, go up here, and then take a right, and then go up here, and then you're already in Edinburgh. Because before I built this connection over here, because before it was nothing here. It was just South Hill, and then, Esteria. So I built a little, I even built some over here. I put some more housing in Ciudad. I put more housing right here so it can be a perfect connection. I actually need to add more housing right here and some stores, but it's for later, But before, you had to go all the way around. Even going around on the overpass right here, it was pretty hard, because it would still take longer because you have to take this route right here. But now you can go directly into the city going straight. It saves you a little bit of time, not that much. And let's go to another terrible district, Sunnyside Gardens. Sunnyside Gardens was supposed to be one of my districts for people on public housing, and just a poor area. But the problem is, when I went to this neighborhood, it looks good. It still looks good. I wish we had some assets for actually, like, some trailers, like a bunch of trailer parks, because that'll make more sense. But Sunnyside Gardens is just an ugly single family housing district. Funny enough, it actually gets the best views of the city while being, the poorest. You can get some of the best views of the city. Just because if you live right here, you're getting like a full-on view of the entire city. So it's really funny that it's the poorest area, but I can see how. Like, look at the fucking lake. It has a bunch of trees in it. So yeah. Now, since we're kind of done over here, I forget about St. Herman. St. Herman is another one of my favorite districts. Oh yeah, I know. I keep saying that, but it actually is. You know what? I'm not even gonna call it a district. It's actually a city. St. Herman's my second favorite city here. Of the port, in the way the roads are kind of going in random directions. When I was first building the city, as you can see, it was square and rectangles, but here I kind of just let free and did some squiggly lines, and look what we got out of that. So that's pretty fun. Ocean Bay is just a coastal city sandwiched between Port After and St. Herman. It really just serves as a connection between both cities, honestly, but that's about it. There's not really much to this part of the city. It has some mixed use. It has a nice strip. It's really just meant to be like a strip, like a little bit of a red light district. It's ugly though. I'm gonna have to fix that. Let's go back over here to Pacifico, downtown Pacifico. Now, this city, this downtown of the city is probably one of the ugliest in my entire build, mainly because I forgot to turn off snapping tool, so I just put trees everywhere and I don't feel like destroying them. So now it's just tree land. And honestly, most of the downtown is abandoned, so it's kind of a funny, 7,000 in this giant district. That's it. So most of downtown is really just abandoned housing. 0, 0. Like no one's even living here. There's some people walking around, but not enough. It's really suffice. Pacific Valley is another wealthy suburb in my city, mainly because it's far away from all the poor people. We even have some nice buildings over here, some nice row housing. This kind of reminds me of like a San Francisco suburb. The way it just goes down on a hill. Yeah. Pacific Valley isn't bad, but it is super large. Pacific Valley is almost the size of the entire downtown of my city. Maybe even bigger actually. And there's only 2,000 households, so that shows it is very just, poor, in my opinion. Except it's not poor, it's pretty wealthy. And it's just another extension of the city. And then we have West Pacifico. West Pacifico is just, it's actually not a district, it's actually a city. It's kind of how like some people, if you ever looked at Memphis and then West Memphis is its own city, and that's kind of what I want to do here. They also kind of messed it up and put a bunch of trees, and that kind of ruined the district altogether. So, yeah, it's kind of like tree land. But mainly I like to focus on here, the downtown area. And I haven't even got through all of the districts yet. God damn it. We have to go through Victoria Square. Victoria Square is just a business / commercial place to go in the city. Not much housing. It's actually 20,000 residents, and it's a lot of buildings here. And so it's not that many residents actually living in Victoria Square. If we look at Los Jacinta, it has around 15,000 residents, almost the same amount as Victoria Square, except it doesn't have, as much housing. See, it's way smaller. So yeah, this is more of like a commercial area. Pretty crowded, actually. And we're gonna approach one of my favorite parts of the city, Center City. This was one of the first attractions I built in the city. One of the first landmarks the city has had. It is Center City. It is one of the most compact areas with the most people. The most busiest part of my city is Center City. I can't even really call it a district because not many people even live here. But 6,000 people with only 3,000 households is pretty good margin. But there's not many housing here. There's a couple, but a lot of this stuff is commercial and mixed use. So mainly it's all commercial. The Center City really shows what you can do with the city. It's right next to the highway, and it's also right next to the trains. So it's a really cool district. And if you might be wondering, like, oh my god, dude, why is your trains and highway underwater? Don't worry about it, ignore it. It looks like, just think about it as a canal. Think about it as a canal, and my trains just go under it. Okay, because I kind of flooded the city and it hasn't went away, and I don't know how to get it away. So, yeah, it's like a canal. It's like a cool attraction. Like, oh, it goes underwater. It's pretty cool. A cool accident that I had. And now we're going into North Aeroport, typical district, single family housing, ugly. And then south of it is Aeroport. It's a lot more denser, mainly because when I first built the city, I had a highway going through here, destroyed it. But this was built before I destroyed the highway. Kind of how like urban renewal destroyed a lot of the communities in the city. So I built this before I built this. So I had to keep it true to the American standards because the downtown looks like this, and then they throw a fucking highway in between it. Now you have nothing but single family housing. Typical American thing to do. It's also connected to Etherbrook. A small little, actually it's not small, 29,000 residents. That might be my most, that might be my most densest part of my city, actually. 30,000 residents in such a small square. God damn. But yeah, Etherbrook is kind of just like a chill, part of the city. Think of like Queens, It's close to downtown, but far away enough where you won't, hear all the noise. We have Linden. Linden is a disappointment. Linden is a very big disappointment in my city. People don't even want to move here. I can't even click on it because it's such a stupid district. Linden. I can't even click on you. Okay, here we go. A lot of employees, but it's a terrible city. Icky. We have Edinburgh. Edinburgh is what you would say downtown. I really like to call downtown center. So technically downtown would be center city. But I guess if you're being, true to ourselves, Edinburgh is really just downtown. It is the most district with the most skyscrapers. Most of the city is high density. There's not a lick of low density housing anywhere near Edinburgh. Victoria Hill, typical. Upper Hill, typical. Actually, Upper Hill is a really cool part of the city. Because if you look at it, it looks really cool, really nice. But yeah, I think that's almost all of the... Oh, South Hill. South Hill used to be one of the most dangerous parts of the city. I guess they all went to Esteria. It was one of the most dangerous sides of the city. You didn't want to be hanging around past dark around South Hill. It even sounds dangerous. Like, oh yeah, I'm from South Hill. Yeah, that sounds dangerous. You know what else is dangerous? Us not putting something right there. Looks empty. But South Hill is now a pretty wealthy part of the city, a pretty wealthy district. It's right next to Victoria Hill, the university, and also really close to Ocean Bay, so you can get your beach on. If I was to choose to live in any place in the city, I would definitely choose South Hill because of how close it is. It even has a highway entrance. So if you want to get on a highway, you can go. What is this? Okay, if you want to get on a highway, you can go to Pacifico. Take a nice beach vacation. So yeah, that is all the districts. Situado, sir. I don't know. It's a district. That's all you need to know. But there's a district. But this is episode 1 of just talking about this city because I'm planning on doing a lot with this city because it needs a lot of help. Because look at that goddamn port. And we have like wildfires and shit going on. I don't even know what's going on in this bitch. High rent. People complaining about not having food, not enough jobs. So I'm ready to make this a series, guys. And if you like this video, make sure you subscribe and like so you can get me in your recommended so you can see more of me and my sexy body. And I am out. Peace. Reese, peace.